Fox Eye Center is with us. You haven't been in a few weeks.
Well, you haven't invited me. What did I do wrong? Did I step on your? Did I give you a flat tire with your shoe?
You have an open invitation.
Oh, well, all right. We'll find some more dates before I leave.
I will do that. But I wanted to go back. We talked about this a while ago, but when I heard about it from Tammy, it was like, you're kidding me. Tammy's son Grady, I don't know what his eyesight problem is, but Dr. Wilcox has given him these what are like a contact lens that he puts in at night. And then when he wakes up in the morning, he takes them out, and his eyesight is adjusted for like a 12-hour period. How long?
All day, all waking hours. Up to 24, but you got to sleep somewhere in there. So what happens is, you think of why you have a prescription. You have a prescription because of curvatures and lengths and what's called the index of refraction.
Okay.
So your cornea has a curve, and your eye has a length from front to back. And there's different, your cornea is made of stuff, and there's an index of refraction of that. Water. You put your hand in water, and it looks like it's just, if you're looking in an aquarium, you go, oh, wow, my hand looks like it's over there. If you're gonna shoot with an arrow a fish in the water,
right.
You have to aim somewhere else because of the index of refraction.
Okay.
So what we do is we simply manipulate one of those variables, which is the curvature of your eye. When you have LASIK, a surgeon is manipulating the curvature of your cornea. So you can do it with a laser if you're over 18 and you qualify, but you can also wear a specially designed quote contact lens. I call them corneal molds because they're molding your cornea. The other term that, if you want to go Google it, is orthokeratology. But when you go to bed, you put a lens in your eye and you wake up. It has, and you take it off. When you take it off, your cornea has a new shape, which allows you to see, quote, 20/20. And we never say we can give you 20/20 because we're not allowed to say that, but we do it all the time. And so you repeat the process at night. So the huge value in this for the younger patient who's getting worse every time they see the eye doctor is it stops the child's eye from getting longer. The reason, remember, the three things that go on that make you have a prescription is curves, lengths, and this index of refraction. So the reason your child's eye is getting worse every year, they saw 20/20, now they see 20/40 and 2200, and they can't see the big E when they're 10 years old or whatever it might be, is because their eye's stretching in a front to back direction.
So what age group can you do these things
I've
for?
done a 5-year-old, but usually it's 8 to 10-year-olds. But these 5 and 6-year-olds are usually the younger siblings of somebody who's already done it, and I have parents who are on board and involved. But our key audience for this are the kids.
Now, these don't do permanent corrections.
Correct. So if your eye was this long, and then it gets that long or longer, now you need glasses, you're nearsighted. And so we stop your eye from getting longer. So we freeze it in time. And these are general statements, but pretty much true.
Sure.
But since we've changed the curvature of your cornea, that you keep that change for a day and repeat it at night, then when you take the lens off, your cornea is now a different shape, and you can walk around all day with nothing in your eyes. So swimming, softball, baseball, dirty jobs, whatever it is, anything that, daytime wearing of contact lenses. I have dry eye problems. They get in the way. So you're giving yourself daytime freedom from contacts and glasses. And
This sounds so far-fetched, it just doesn't sound real.
I've been doing it for over 20 years.
But I know from talking to Tammy that it has worked with Grady.
Yeah. Yes.
How often do you have to change the lens that you're wearing at night? Because obviously you're not wearing this
No,
to
it's
see.
a rigid lens. It's made out of a material. You're not going to throw this thing away. And every 2 years, I get people to replace them. And, if you break one, lose one or something like that, but they're hard to break. It's a rigid lens. Are
they uncomfortable?
No. And, they match the curvature of the eye. Yeah, for me, it's since I refer patients out to other doctors or whoever it might be all day long. I'm emailing people, calling them up. I'm probably 3 times a day. I'm talking to somebody for a referral or a consult or something like that. I just don't know why more doctors, eye doctors, don't refer people to somebody who does this. Just like if I had a patient in with a retinal detachment the other day, immediately refer him to the retina surgeon. But people they either don't know about it or they don't believe in it, which I can't imagine why you wouldn't believe keeping a child's eyes from getting longer is a bad idea. Wearing a contact during the day has equal to greater risk than wearing this contact at night.
If I put this in at 8 o'clock, but I'm staying up till 10.
Yes.
Am I able to see with it
Yes,
in?
the way I design them, yes. I design them on a computer, and there's a couple ways of doing it. The number one way of doing it, but the most doctors go into a tackle box of contact lenses, and they match them up based on curvatures and whatnot, and they go from there. I take the fingerprint of your cornea and design a contact lens. Heck, I made instructional videos for doctors who do that. And I got a chapter in a book on this, on how to do this stuff. Because I grew up at an age where nobody knew how to do this stuff and communicate it well. So I dove in with both feet, which is what I do.
And you never heard about it.
And then you get smarter about it.
It is such an amazing thing to think that you wake up with 20/20 vision.
And we can't say 20.
In that range.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you wake up with 20 great, 20 happy. And
20 happy.
20
I like
happy.
That, yeah.
And and it works for people who are farsighted as well. So with a nearsighted eye, you have to flatten the cornea. With a farsighted eye, you have to steepen the cornea. So our second population is some 50-year-old females who are sick of using reading glasses. Not that males can't do it, but I guess there's women are more vain about I don't want my reading glasses and chasing them around but you can do the same thing. You can affect.
So you can do it with an adult too.
Oh yeah, any age, and so you can put them in at night. Now you don't need your reading glasses all day. It's more difficult to affect that change in the cornea, but we do it, and so it's great stuff. You know, if your child woke up this morning and their face was stretched, you'd be running off to the doctor going, what's going on? And people need to know the stretching of the eye from front to back is a disease. And it causes problems. Immediately, poor vision, but long-term, greater risk of glaucoma, retinal detachments, and all these stretching problems that go on in the eye, in the anatomy of the eye. So, you're better off not having a long stretched eye that you see poorly with. And that's orthokeratology or corneal molding.
And it is available if you want to talk to Dr. Wilcox about it. He's always available for consultation. Wilcox Eye Center is down at the Point. It is I just find when Tammy started telling me about it, I gave I'm sure you get a lot of reaction. I looked at her like, "Are you crazy? What are you talking about?"
Yeah, so it's not talked about. It's kind of interesting. If there's something new that is made, it takes 17 to 19 years to come to market. But this stuff has been going on for 60, 70 years. And it's a small cult of us who do it. And the computer age and computer designing has made it easier to perform than when the guys did it back in the 60s and the 70s with conventional lenses. But it's great stuff. It works. It's safe. There's caveats there, as there are with everything. And I love doing it.
I have to tell you, when you go in to Dr. Wilcox's office, it is not your typical eye doctor. It is, but without scaring anyone away, I want to point out that if you're going in for glasses or contacts, and that is what you...
The meat and potatoes.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
They do that.
Yep.
They do that, and they do that willingly, but Dr. Wilcox is a huge believer in that what goes on in your body is what affects your vision. So we're not, if you want to talk about it, we're going to talk about more than just your eyes. And we're going to talk about things that affect you. I just got a question in
Yep.
on the Danny's Autoglass and Mirror studio line. Does Dr. Wilcox accept insurance?
Yeah, we do. Insurance doesn't cover this alternative treatment of orthokeratology, but yeah, the good news is we accept insurance. The bad news is we accept insurance. Yes.
What does that
Oh
mean?
yeah, they value you at 2 cents on the dollar. But here, cure cancer. Yes, we do accept insurance, most, and but that doesn't cover this orthokeratology. But the initial consult, free consults for people who are seeking that, eye exams, eye care. We kind of quote do it all.
Okay, all right. What's the phone number at the office?
804-642-9800.